Portense bien, portense bien. It's your boy Predikt right here up in this motherfucker. Episode 12, man. I can't even believe it. We're already number 12, dog. But I got a cool ass homie that I heard it from my homeboy Compton, the boss, that I had to have him up on my fucking podcast because he's like one of the most real motherfuckers that he knows, dog. So I'm like, hey, if the homie's vouching, I got to get him up here, man. I'm happy to introduce the homie Rick, the Savage, the God, the myth, the legend, Ponle, homie. What's good with it, dog?
What's cracking? What's cracking?
Shit,
You already
let us know what you got right there. What you?
Oh, you know, just a little
Pórtate
bit of,
bien.
little bit of that sauce, a little bit of
Pórtense
that mud.
Pórtense mal, huh? Sheesh.
That makes
Look at that shit. He got to mix it good, huh?
Yeah.
Time to fucking start having some conversations about that shit too.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Oh,
sir.
see,
You know what it
see,
is, man.
see,
Rick
see,
the Savage
see.
got Juice City Mafia.
Hey, start pouring us up a cup. Might as well. Let's get it going on. Damn. Oof. I like these cups because it doesn't melt the ice right here.
Keeps it nice and cold.
Oh,
Those Yetis, have you had a Yeti?
a what?
A Yeti?
Nah.
A Yeti tumbler, dog? You can leave ice in there for a full day and it'll still be there.
Uh-huh.
That's what I should get you for your birthday.
You want some or what? What?
You don't know what a Yeti tumbler is?
Nah.
It's like the thing you have in your hand, but top notch, the best and the best.
All right.
Like it's for the desert. It'll keep ice cold for like a full day.
Serio?
Cold. Like you can open it and that shit looks crispy todavía. I think it lasts like full 3 days where it completely turns into water.
Nice. So hell yeah, man. So what's good with you, man? You say you're 36, and where'd you grow up in?
Man, I grew up in Highland Park, California. You know
Highland
what I mean?
Park? Okay,
yeah,
okay.
Shout out to Murder. You know what I mean?
Sheesh, pórtate bien. Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? Bully to the backstreet, baby. You know what it is. Shout out my homies from the 50s. You know, all of Northeast LA.
Okay. Yeah, I'm from Silmar out there in the Valle, at the end of the Valle.
Oh, nah. I know what's up with the Valle. You know, everybody in the 818 knows me. I got big love for the San Fernando Valle.
Hey, gracias.
You know what I mean? Nah,
Homie,
big love.
we carry ourselves different out there, homie. You know what I'm
all
saying?
my family out there, you know what I mean?
That's right.
All my family from out there, you know what I mean? My Aunt Vicky, you know what I mean?
Gracias.
My little cousins, my son stay out there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? One of my best friends, boxer from the Flats. Shout out Big Box from the Flats, you know what it is.
What's up, homie?
You know what I mean? I'm a celly right there, you know what I mean? That's a good-ass homie, you know what I mean? But,
Hell yeah, man. So how'd you come across meeting the homie Compton boss, man?
Man.
He was telling me some crazy war stories, man. Let us know a little something, man.
That's the little homie right there,
Shit,
man.
I have mad love for him, and I tell him, look, dog, you don't even need to rap, homie. Whatever business you got going right now with this trucking shit, stick to it, homie. I'm like, you traveling the fucking country, dog.
Yeah, but it's his dream to rap. And
Yeah.
let me take these off. I thought I had to wear these.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, man, I'm
Fuck
over
those
here.
things.
Yeah,
Ponle.
Yeah, I thought I had to wear those. You know, the
Nah,
other
we
podcasts
wanna
that,
look-
you know what I
yeah,
mean? Yeah. Nah, it's good. The homie Compton, hey, I'm going to be real with you. That little dude right there, he a real one. You know what I mean? A lot of
I
dudes.
call him Primo, so
Yeah,
he,
man.
Guadalajara. We're both from Guadalajara.
Okay,
dog,
yeah.
So, you know,
Yeah, that's the homie little Drows right there.
He
you know
showed
what I
me
mean?
some real love when I dislocated my shoulder and I needed to buy a certain thing, and in Caliente he didn't even think twice. So he's like, I got you, Predikt. Like, here's the money, order it. And it was a thing for my neck to start massaging all kinds of shit. Since I got a fucking big ass scar here, they gave me a bone graft.
Yeah.
You know, so he was really one of the first homies that jumped for me, and I'm like,
Nah,
that's
he
a
a
real
good,
one,
he
homie.
a good little dude, man.
You know, he good. He, you know, like, whatever he needs, man, he will call me, and ya sabe, he's solid,
Yeah,
you
nah,
know?
he a
And he's
good
like,
ass
he was
homie.
telling me about you. He was like, man, you need to have my boy, dog, that I did time with, and this and that. And I'm like, he's solid. You have to have him on. So I was like, fuck it, I'm going to reach out to him, dog. If he hits me back.
I actually been following you for a minute.
Oh,
You know
serio?
what I mean? Yeah.
Man.
I think we've even DM'd a couple times, you know
Sí,
what
qué
I mean?
bueno.
Because he posts you a lot.
Sí,
you know what I mean?
sí.
And he always tells me,
Sí.
yeah, that's my boy right there, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man, like,
so-
you know what? I like having homies from different generations, dog, just to see, like, where your state of mind is at. Since I'm in the 40s, I like talking to the homies in their 30s and the homies in their 20s.
Well,
like,
that little dude right there, he got good schooling.
yeah,
he got real good
I know
schooling.
he got good Fletcher right
You
there.
know what I mean? He got good at schooling. You know what I mean? I was with him on the deck, and I'll tell you right now, no ain't even in his vocabulary. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that's what I tell him. Every time I talk to you, I feel like I'm talking to a grown man, dog.
He with the functions. I'll give him that.
Yo, en caliente.
Actually, how I met him was I hit the deck. I had to go back in, you know what I mean, for some little some I can't speak on, you know what I mean? But I had to go back in, and I went in there and he was on the deck with someone I was going to see. So, you know what I mean? When I got there, you know, he seen me. He was like, damn. But
All youngster.
Yeah, but he tripped out because I look young myself.
See.
So he was like, damn, you know, I used to listen to rap on, you know what I mean, on the deck, everything. And there was older homies there, you know, they didn't fuck with rap, and you know what I mean? But you know, the older homies that were there, you know, they were like, nah, you know, let homie do his thing. So I think homie seen that and was like, you know, he used to come and tell me I rap too and woo, woo. And I used to fuck with him because he used to always be like, you know what I mean? Yeah, I be flamed up in the streets, you know, I wear all red and woo. And I used to give him carrilla, you know, like, hey, fool, what? You know, we wear blue, homie, you know.
Yeah, ya sabes, homie, the double S.
The funny thing is I wear all red in the streets. So I was really just seeing if he was gonna,
where he was at, where his state of mind was.
But he never broke it down. That fool, like, so what, fool? You know what I mean? And I was like, that's right, fool, little rider right there, because that's how I was my first time to the joint. You know what I mean? A lot of homies used to get on me because I would have pictures sent from the streets and I'd be all red,
flamed up.
Yeah, and they'd be like, you know, what's up with that? You know? And
I actually tripped out maybe about like 10, 11 years ago, back when I was rapping. I have some homies from Culver City.
I was just about to say, you heard of the homies from the projects, right?
Yeah,
you know
of course, the Mar Vista Gardens. Homie, shout out to G-Boy, C-West, rest in peace, Dopey. You know what I'm saying? Danny Boy.
Shout out my boy Fat Cat doing life, you know what I mean? That's my dog right there.
So shout out to the homies from Culver City,
rest in peace, Guppy, you know what I mean? And my dogs right there.
Ahí está, ves? So those fools got a solid
rest in peace, Big Guate, you know what I mean? I got a lot of dogs from Culver City, you know what I mean?
They're solid.
Yeah, those are the
They're
dogs
solid.
right there.
I pulled up to the Mar Vista Gardens alone and shit, and I was like...
And they be super flamed out.
Yeah,
red rags,
that was the first time that I was like, dang, you guys are some red ragging sureños, dog. They're like, yeah, the history back then was different, you know? And I was like, so I started picking up on their history, and I'm like, but damn, homie, you guys are really flamed up
Our history's a little bit newer, but my clique... you know what I mean? The backstreets, we were considered the killer bees, you know what I mean? The hot boys, you know what I mean? So we picked up on that whole, that song was popping at the time, my older homies, you know what I mean? The hot boys, you know what I mean? Hot boys are on fire, so the hood was real hot at the time, so we just adopted that, you know what I mean?
Fuck it, let's ride with it.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And then it became like the beehive, you know what I mean? And all
she
that.
She said the beehive, that shit's hard already, dog.
Everything just started, you know what I mean? The block, you know, Monta Vista became known as Murder Vista, you know what I mean? My homies from the 50s, you know what I mean? The homies in the pink apartments used to hold that down, you know what I mean? So you know what I mean? My little homies from New York Boulevard, you know what I mean? They got the bully. So everything just, you know, I guess you could say it took on a modern twist on, you know what I mean, modern name, but my hood always been like that. My hood always had a different little swag, you know what I mean? Not so old school, you know what I mean? You got some of these neighborhoods that are real old, you know, they go back to the 20s, you know what I mean?
20s,
you know, like you say you're Silmar, so you know, like Sanford,
I know the homies from Sanford, I know the homies from Pacas.
Brego Valle, a lot of fools never heard of Brego Valle.
Come on, man.
That's old school.
El que no sabe about Borrego.
So those homies...
You're not even put on. You know, you gotta know about Borrego, dog. You gotta give that full respect, homie.
So those homies got that embedded in them as they're growing up. You know what I mean? You know, my older homie Droops, you know what I mean? He was driving an H2 Hummer with Gucci leather interior. You know what I mean? SL 500 drop top, you know what I mean? Convertible with the double pipes. And I'm talking about this back in the day and back in 05. You know what I mean? And he's skirting around like that, big chain on, you know what I mean? So it was just a little bit different. You know, he used to buy his Jordans, you know what I mean? All that kind of different shit, you know what I mean? So it was just a little bit different. But I mean, not only that, I grew up even more different because I'm mixed. A lot of homies don't know that.
What's your nationality?
I'm actually Samoan, black, and Mexican.
Chingao.
You know what I mean? So I grew up when I was younger with my black family before I moved over to the neighborhood.
So who in your family is black?
My mom's actually black. Yeah.
Okay. And your dad and your mom?
My mom's black and Mexican.
Okay.
And my dad's Mexican Samoan.
Fuck. That is crazy, homie.
Yep.
So goon. A straight goon right there, homie.
You know what I mean?
That's right.
So I have like a lot of different, you know what I mean?
So it was hard. Was it hard for you trying to fit in the hood at an early age because of that shit? Caliente, right?
Homies giving me a hard time, you know what I mean? Hard time.
I believe it, dog.
You know what I mean? But you had to go that hard. You had to go that hard, and that's what some homies asked me, like, "Oh, you know, how are you the way you are?" And I go, "Well, look at me. You can look at my tattoos if you've been busted to know where I've been at."
Sabes you know what I mean? Rollo.
So you know, like, and homies, I got it right, you know, where you could see.
Where you could see, ya sabes. So when the camiseta comes off, ya sabes.
You know, so it's like I tell homies, I've been there, I've done that, and I held down program solid. I didn't go out backwards. I didn't go out no fucked up yard. You know what I mean? I was on the main line. I got a lot of good homies out here who will tell you I was on the main line. For instance, homie who told you to bring me on the show.
Yeah,
he was right there with me.
I know.
He seen my program, and he seen I ain't changed from there to here.
Yeah, you know he was like, yeah, that fool's like my brother, man. Ponle Predikt, and I'm like, yeah, fool, no problem. I'll do the solid, homie, because I like looking out for homies that you have a story to tell, bro. Like, there's a lot of stories that go untold, but now that everybody goes on a podcast, I think it's just the person that you have on your podcast and how the energy's fucking it's in the air. You know what I'm saying?
Look, there's a lot of bullshit right now in the rap game and everything with homies and you know what I mean and all that. But I don't pay attention to all that.
That's the best way.
I stay being myself, and I feel that if it's really an issue, those who have the right to speak on it will speak on it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Other than that, I keep doing me.
Yeah, that's why that's one of the reasons I really got out of the rap game, dog, because I was doing it for like 10 years or so. From 2000 to 2010, 2011, Vallero Zinc was the name of the clique.
Okay.
And I saw that we were putting out more money that we were getting back. Because at that time we were pressing CDs, burning CDs, or just doing backpack hustling, out dog. Out the trunk, fool.
Yeah.
And when I started seeing, I'm like, man, bro, I put in fucking $30,000, $40,000, $50,000, and I'm like, man, I haven't really seen a dollar back. But when you go perform and you sell shirts or something, I think that exposure is way better than having that money, dog, because somebody will always remember who you were 10, 15 years ago. Like, hey, I remember that cat right there, dog. Now he's doing podcasts. Like, he's still keeping the grind moving, dog.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So I just took a break from a lot of shit because I started losing a lot of friends. Some friends to heroin, some other ones to other shit,
Yeah,
so
man.
It starts fucking with your head, and you're like, man, fuck this rap game too right now, man. I just gotta focus on myself and see a ver qué rollo,
Yeah. Nah, I feel you. And I mean, I've lost a lot of homies to overdoses. You know what I mean? When fentanyl came in the scene, and one of my closest friends actually who brought me up in the rap game. He didn't die from an overdose though. He died from a seizure. But Fredo Santana, that was like
my boy Coco Loco. Yeah. He had a seizure too, dog. And I lost him about like 4 years ago. Like I think it was October or November 18th. And when I got the call, I didn't want to believe it, I still have the text right here when I'm like, where you at, fool? And like, there was no response back, So that affected me too because me and that fool, we used to call ourselves Los Tristes Traficantes. Because at that time, the visa was moving so much, bro, that we were up and down every single freeway all the way from like San Diego all the way to Sacramento. Like, we were really on missions, dog, like back and forth, like.
Yeah.
And he knew how much I had his back, dog, and I was with the business. I knew what was going to happen to us if we got pulled over. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, shit, fucking, I'm a writer, homie. Let's go. And 10 years apart. But his old way, the new way of whatever hustling, with my old school ways of hustling, I got both of those styles and I did my own shit. And I'm surviving off of it, No, a little bit of the new, a little bit of the old. And you stay in the middle, but you're alert about what's going on.
I mean, I think I agree with that because being in the feds exposed me to a lot of different bosses from different, walks of life. Russians, Italians, white boys who were CFOs for major internet companies who were in there for fucking doing bank fraud or wire fraud or all kinds of crazy
you
shit.
name it.
So I mean, being in there and then now coming out to the rap game. I've always been in the rap game. I've always wanted to rap, but I've always been in prison. I did 10 years, all my 20s in the feds. So like. I lost a lot of time.
So you like going to the strip clubs, huh?
I haven't been to a strip club.
What do you? Oh my God, man! Well, then we gotta roll up one of these days, man. My birthday's like next week or something, man. I've been talking to Compton boss, like, hey, fool, let's go do something, homie. Vamos a pirujear.
Man, that fool always come in town, and that fool never comes stop by and see me.
Right? He stopped by like twice to see me. Yeah.
That fool booked my studio. Shout out Ice Cream Studio. Shout out ADHD, the best producer in LA. Best engineer in LA. You know what's up. But he went to my studio and didn't even call me. The studio's like 6 minutes from my house.
Hey, Compton boss, pórtate bien, homie. There you go, man. Hell yeah, man.
But
you got any new projects coming out or what?
Yeah, actually, I am. I'm a drop a couple projects. I might be going back to prison for a little bit, so everybody,
That's not a project.
No, I'm just saying. No, I'm saying everybody run me up while I'm gone. Free Savage. You know what I mean? Free the God. But anyways, before I go in, most likely I am gonna drop a little mixtape just for the streets to eat on while I'm gone.
Hell yeah, bro. Are you looking at a long time or?
No. I'm looking at a little. A little bit, not too long. I'll be back before you guys even notice. I'll be back before the trend can change.
You'll be back and call me up and we'll have you right back in here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All on swole and shit.
But that's what I tell the homies. Everybody be saying, talking, but I gotta really go in and do time. I see everybody else be getting busted and don't be going in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I gotta really go in and do time. But this is gonna be my last run for sure. You know what I mean? I don't fuck around no more with nothing. You know what I mean?
Man, that's good, dog.
I got a big career ahead of me. Juice City, Cammy Johnson, LBC. That's my PR. You know what I mean? Shout out L Group PR. They really changed my life around. They got me on the right track. They got me doing shows.
It's hard to do everything on your own, dog. You need a team. Somebody's gonna make a phone call. Yeah, man.
My boy Shah De Niro, actually out of Fremont, California, out of the Bay. He moved down to LA a while back. He's been making music. He's got projects with Stupid Young, with Rucci, with MB Nell.
I like Stupid Young. That for hard.
With Mozzie. He's got a lot of tracks, and he's actually, me and him been linked up. We got something going on right now called the Nero Mafia. You know what I mean? So that's like definitely something that I'm gonna drop is a mixtape with him called the Nero City. Then I'm gonna drop my mixtape Ben Gorilla.
Bang Gorilla, that shit sounds hard.
You know what I mean? Well, that name comes from my OG homie Droopy used to always tell me, you know what I mean? Like, hey, fool, the G in your name stand for Gorilla, fool, you know what I mean? Monkey-looking motherfucker. And I used to hate it when I was young because he was clowning me, Ben Davis, this, that, woo,
So Ben Davis.
Now when I got out, I got out swole from the pen, and I was like, man, you know what I mean? I'm a gorilla, you know what I mean? I'm in the jungle. I'm a savage, you know what I mean? So
I run through this shit, homie.
Yeah, I adopted it. That's why my little emojis always the gorilla.
You like, that shit sounds hard already.
So that's my logo now. You know what I mean? Is the gorilla, and so I tell people, it's not something new. I've been gorilla, so that's gonna be my mixtape, Ben Gorilla. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's dope, man.
But I got that going on. My projects with Shah De Niro. I just dropped a video with him, Money on My Mind. You can go check that out on Savage God TV on YouTube. Got a lot of things going on, man. This is going to be a small slowdown for me going into prison, but I feel it's also going to let the people know where I stand. They're going to know that.
But the streets could push it for you while you're in.
Exactly. Mafia. Come on, Mafia. Y'all got to have me while I'm gone, man.
Like, shit, I'll fucking post you, homie, or something. Like, we'll keep that shit rolling, dog. Whatever I could do on my behalf.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I'm not a hater, fool. I tell everybody, I try to preach that to people. Like, the
less
that you're a hater on a person, dog, the more beautiful shit gets, and you could unite and make something.
Yeah, now we can't hate on each other. I'm supposed to jump on the Double S album too with Swifty Blue, so.
Shout out to Swifty Blue. He knows what it is too. So, man.
I'm gonna jump on that with him. You know what I mean? The homies from Mount Up Records. Shout out the homies from Mount Up Records. You know what I mean? The real Mount Up. You know what I mean? The homie Evil. Been talking with him. You know what I mean? See what we get going. You know what I mean? A lot of good homies in the game right now, man. You know what I mean? But everybody that I mess with, they respect me for who I am. They respect me for me, and that I'm
older than them.
You know what I mean? Not even that. I think it's just the way I carry myself, my boy.
You have to.
I carry myself like a youngster, like a young buck. I'm gonna be real with you. You know what I mean?
When I hear people calling me OG Predikt, I'm like, man, I'm already getting old. Like, fuck you, homie. It takes a while before that OG word kicks in, like OG Snoop Dogg, like you have to earn, like you gotta make it to the 40s to be named that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like when I see youngsters just come in, hey, OG, it's hard for me to adapt to that because I still feel like I'm young at heart.
Yeah.
So they're like, what's up, OG? And I'm like,
I tell people, for me, time was paused being in prison.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Young buck, all my 20s. So when I came out,
that was a whole new generation.
It's like I was 20 years old again.
Yeah.
I was in prison, so I grew up in there. I matured. The older homies taught me a lot. You know what I mean? Taught me how to be a man and be respectful. But my nature was still that of a child because I've been in prison.
See.
Never had no bills, never had a job. You know what I mean? I just been in prison.
Spreads.
So
all day.
so
Let's
you know what I mean?
it.
I got out and I was just young, wild. I ended up catching another case, going back to the feds again. Came out and I've been just pushing this rap since I've been out. Linked up with my boy B.O.E. Sosa out of Sacramento. Shout out B.O.E. Sosa, you know what it is, gangland. You know
Shout
what I
out
mean?
to Sacramento, man. Like I said, man, we
know,
show
it's
all
bulletproof.
California love, man.
Yeah.
That's the way we gotta do this, man.
Yeah,
Just
shout
no
out
matter
Fourth
from what
Ave.
side to the next side, bro. If it's California, let's start linking up that chain, man. Like come on, man, let's go.
Hell yeah. I got a song with my boy up out of Oakland too, Baby Gas. You know what I mean?
I heard of Baby Gas.
Yeah, he another good ass dude. You know what I mean? I linked up with him. You know what I mean? So I got a track with him and Swifty called County. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Got a lot of good things going, man. You know what I mean? And that's
Qué
what
bueno,
a lot
qué
of
bueno,
people don't
man.
understand that. Like I said, I really do regret what I did and having to go back in, but I gotta stay solid and remain.
But God
who I
has
am.
plans for you, bro. So don't even try to dwell on those 20s. Focus now on what God has coming for you.
Yeah, hell yeah.
You know, and that's gonna be even the biggest reward. You know, because when I got this shoulder thing happening to me, I'm like, well, what did I do, God? Like I've been preaching, I've been going to church, I've been doing my thing, and like next thing you know, I'm right here at this podcast, bro, right here. You know what I'm saying? When I was trying to ask people, calling them, like, hey, can you put me on your podcast? Or so, a couple of them, oh, we're too busy or we're booked or something. I'm like, it's cool then, dog. So you know what? I'm gonna buy my own podcast equipment, homie. And I'm like I ain't gonna take no for an answer, homie. Like, you know, so I'm gonna do me. And if people like my podcast, you could caerle right here, and we could talk about stuff, and we don't just have a good time talking.
Yeah.
You know, because there's people that run their podcast very different. All this shit right now is unscripted, so it's just like me and the homie just having a normal conversation. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I like the Portense Biennn podcast to be about. Like, let's just have some fucking good conversations. Let something out of our chest, maybe something that's heartwarming or something that happened that we gotta take a shot, homie, just for that.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I want my podcast to be, dog. And never nothing negative, talking shit about people. Well, we talk shit about how people are.
See, I like that.
But we don't talk shit about specific people. You
I
know?
like that because I've been on podcasts that I've had to walk out of because they automatically went for the drama. Whatever the drama is in the streets.
And how did I come at you?
Nah, you came at me cool.
Firme,
you know
right?
I mean? Yeah, but
Firme.
I mean, I can always tell how you are though because you know what I mean. Like I said, I've been following you for a minute because the homie Drowsy. And,
Okay.
You've always been cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm cool with everybody.
So when
bro.
he mentioned it to me, he's like, you know, why don't you do the homies podcast? You know what I mean, I was like, well, ask him. You know, I'm not gonna just assume he wants me on there. Or, you know.
Nah, and I told him, en caliente. I told him, en caliente, have the homie. I told him, I've been following him for a minute.
I mean, and a lot of homies don't, some of the homies, they don't necessarily like my stilo, you know what I mean?
But it's not even about stilo. It's about when you come to the podcast and how the energy vibes with me, dog. And then the conversation starts. And next thing you know, we have two grown men conversations that's so beautiful that people are going to be like, you know what? That was an authentic fucking episode, homie.
But you know what? That's your energy, too, that brings that. Because some of these podcast dudes, they want the drama. They feed on that. You know what I mean?
And I think that's why one of the reasons I got neglected a couple of times because they probably felt like I wasn't going to take their spot. But I'm not here to take nobody's spot. People have options in this world to choose whose podcast they want to go and follow.
And I think and when you come in on a positive note like that, you know what I mean? It makes more people want to come do your podcast because they don't necessarily. Some of these people, as you get bigger and bigger in the game, you have to worry about your image. You know what I mean? And when people are coming trying to get negative comments out of you or negative conversations, that's something that you don't want your image to reflect. You know what I mean?
Yup. So
you're going to avoid that podcast.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So we're barely in episode 12 right now. Okay. So it's only been 12 episodes. Wait till like 112 and people really catch the wave and they'll be like, damn, that shit was solid off the top.
Yeah,
I want every single guest that I have to have a different story.
You heard of my little sis out of Pacoima, Alani 818?
Alani 818? Ah, man, I really got to dig into my brain,
Yeah, she's on Grammy Records.
Okay, I mean? I got to check her out.
She hard. I got a song with her called Homicide. Okay. You know what I mean? So,
okay.
I mean, she hard. You know what I mean? Shout out to
Shout out to Pacoima.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
You know,
hell yeah. Her pops real good homie. Her pops
I know a lot
real.
of homies from Pacas. You know shout out to my primo Gunner from the projects.
If y'all ever need a catering service, you know what I mean? Her mom's got a Como Lo Quieres catering. You know what I mean? She got the Wu-Tang burger, you know what I mean? The hibachi plates.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She be getting down. I had her cater a couple of my videos, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So she do all events, you know what I mean? Hit her up.
That's dope. That's dope, man. So yeah, man, I'm happy that you've been following me, my shit, and like, you know, just low key, and you had already caught my vibe. So you already knew what you was coming into. Like, man, this fool, he carries himself different, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
You know, and I tell everybody, when you come to my podcast, just try to come alone, because I like to have a one-on-one conversation, dog. Like, you know, like.
Now I used to roll around real deep, you know what I mean? With an entourage everywhere I went, but after a while, I don't know, a lot of people around me, I felt like they were just around for the good times.
A huevo.
When things would get real bad for me.
I'd be riding solo everywhere, homie. Se me toca. You gonna fucking hit me with 100 people around, or me alone?
Well, me and my baby. That's why I keep going to jail. They keep catching me with the little homie.
See.
But for real, like a lot of people around me when I went through my fentanyl addiction, I got hooked on that bad. You know what I mean? I sipped a lot of juice in my life with a lot of people that was real big in my circle. You know what I mean? A lot of my homies from out of the city. You know what I mean? Out of Chi-Town. You know what I mean? A lot of my boys from Texas. You know what I mean? That was
I fuck
big.
with the Texas music.
You know what I mean? Yeah,
those got some fucking.
Hell yeah!
Hey
hell
man,
yeah. Shout out!
Hell yeah! Shout out
to
Texas, man. They put that lean on the map. Man.
Shout out to boy Throat Essay. That's hard.
Shout out to Capone from Texas, SKM, homie. What's up, homie?
SKM up.
You already know how we do this shit, homie.
That's right. My son, I told you he was messing with that for the videographer.
See.
Yeah.
That's dope, cool. Man. Like I said, we just try to carry ourselves different with respect.
But you see what I'm saying? So, like, it's a small world. So, right there, you know what I mean?
We had another connection.
The videographer, he might hit you up and be like, hey, man, you had that dude on your show, man. That
yeah.
I know his son,
hey, shout out to Prime, homie. Prime, the Prime Suspects, homie, you know?
Yeah.
You want to do some videography shit? I don't know you, my boy,
but I've heard some real good things about you, you know what I mean? You know, shout out Prime, you know what I mean?
You already know what it is, the Prime Suspects, homie. Prime SK Mob.
Yeah, so, you know, but, you know, even him, he told my son, you know, I've heard some good things about your pops. You know what I mean? So, you know, like, that's what I say. I try to keep myself a respectable dude like that. So everybody that talks about me, they're going to be like, hey, that dude cool as fuck. That fool's
fucking cool as fuck.
Yeah, you know what? Have him on.
That's what I tell people. I'm like, if you hate on me, dog, and you never met me, you're a salty-ass vato, homie. Like, why do you hate on me? What did I do to you personally to have you hate on me?
And another thing is, you know, I'm around a lot of, like, bigger rappers, like, you know what I mean? Like, my dude who's guiding my whole career right now, who's got my career in his hands, TF30, you know what I mean? Shout out Long Beach, City by the Sea, you know what I mean? Shout out the Babies, 3 Claps, you know what I mean? Big Threeses. He guides me a lot. And like I say, you know, my circle, they see how I move and they see how respectful I am. And that's why they feel free to bring me out to things and show me this new lane, this new life. Because they see, like, man, he's so cool, chill. He doesn't come with the drama that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that before you probably would have, you know?
Like, when I was younger, man, I was on some bullshit.
You know, so.
Shit, not even when I was younger, just when I got out the feds, man. When my son, he was young and he was coming around. And all his little homies, man, we... On the dead end, we done been through some shit. You know what I mean? We were staying over there on Barber Ave with my cousin.
Okay.
Over there in the valley off of Sherman Way by Norm's. Yeah, we was down there thugging.
Yeah, that's like the North Hollywood area.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man. Yeah, man, I know the whole valley. Everybody out there in the valley, man, whatever
I love the valley,
man. They with. Like, I know somebody,
that's
and
my
they
second
respectfully.
Home. My mom moved to the valley when I was like 15, but I didn't want to go. You know what I mean? She moved over to Sherman Oaks.
It's a different show out there, you know?
Well, Sherman Oaks was real nice. You know
Sherman Oaks is kind of nice.
So I didn't want to, you know, she was trying to have me go to, like, schools out there, and you know what I mean? So I didn't want to go. So my cousin let me stay at the house in the hood.
Pretty ass guaritas, though, at the high schools and shit.
She wasn't trying to send me there. She was trying to send me to North Hollywood.
Oh,
you know
come on. So, like, Dile, pórtese bien, homie. Come on, man. You're going to make me go to school. Let me go with the white girls.
My dukes. But anyway, so I stayed with my cousin in the hood. So I stopped going to school, everything. I got kicked out. So then they sent me on the bus up to Verdugo Hills. So, you know what I mean? Up in Verdugo Hills, man, them white kids up there know how to party.
Oh, yeah, Verdugo Hills.
I used to be over there with the homies and shit, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I'd be up, when I went over there, I wasn't even going to school there. I was just partying. They introduced me to acid, shrooms, you know what I mean? Shit like that. And I was just up there fucking having the time of my life, you know what I mean? So, yeah, man. I mean, you know, but I didn't move to the valley until my cousin lost a house in the hood. Okay. Now I was already older and I was already like full blown active, you know what I mean? So I lasted at the house when my mom's getting into it with her husband for like maybe like, I don't even know, 4 months, 5 months, something like that. And I couldn't get along with her, so I just went and moved with my homie Droopy. You know what I mean? So I was living with my homie Droopy. Right. After that, it was just full-blown activities.
Yeah, he's in full-blown activities.
Yeah, it was full-blown.
Homie?
And then that's when we caught the Fed indictment, and then boom, from there it was just prison. Yeah. And then after that, now it's just been this music thing. I've just been pushing this music thing. That's it. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah, man.
Linked up with Tay of Third, Juice City, you know what I mean? And ever since then, I've just been on my game.
Yup.
My boy Shot De Niro, he's got some projects coming out. Me and him just been, you know what I mean, really pushing. We just performed at Sneakertopia, you know what I mean? He's got his release coming up February. A lot of good things, man.
See, as long as you're being productive and you're moving, dog, it makes you feel good about yourself if you're an entrepreneur. You know, because when you standing still like a sitting duck and you ain't making no money or nothing, just get up and move around and you're probably going to come back with some money, man.
Yeah, hell yeah. I mean, I do, I was doing features for the last like year and a half, knocking features out, features. For like 800, 1,000. With the video I doing for 1,500. You know what I mean? If
it's a business. It's a business, homie. Respect the hustle, you know?
If it's just a quick hook, I do them for 500. If it's a homie who reached out and he was sincere with me, hey, you know, this is where I'm from, you know, I'm just grinding, trying to come up. This is my budget.
You'll bless it.
I got it. Don't trip.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's how you got to do it, man.
So, I've been living off of rap, you know what I mean? But this year I got serious. I said I'm going to stop the features with anybody who ain't in my circle. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna really grind and I'm gonna push.
You know when it's crazy, bro, if you start expanding your shit and reaching out to people from another country like Brazil.
Oh yeah.
And I'm telling you.
You know who I would want to make a song with is Kid Leroy from Australia.
That's what I'm just told you. You gotta fuck with the other side of the country because 2 different lingos, 2 different styles, same beat. Man, that should be making some fire, dog.
And the dudes from London too, man. London be making some hardcore drill rap.
You gotta dig in there and you're gonna find it.
Those dudes are hard.
Yeah. That's just fucking crazy as fuck, man.
Hell yeah. But
man, this shit got me fading.
But nah, man, the rap game has been good to me. You know, I've been moving. I think my boy B.O.E. Sosa's performing this Saturday at the Novo. You know what I mean? He hit me up. So, I mean, I'll probably have some more projects coming with him soon. Like I said, I'm going to have some more projects coming with a couple other homies. I mean, good things are coming,
you're working. Yeah, you're working, good homie, and that's good.
And I'm blessed. And I feel like, you know, God's going to send me back to do this last term because, like, maybe I haven't learned my lesson to really feel the blessing that he's putting in front of me right now.
Well, right now I feel good that I'm actually getting like an exclusive interview with you, dog. You know what I'm saying? Because like, hey man, before I went to prison, I pulled up to the Portense Biennn, homie. We had a good talk and shit, you know. And hopefully we'll learn something good from each other just through these conversations. And hopefully this won't be the last time that we link up or nothing. And like, not, you know what I'm saying?
I believe in everyone that I meet and come across in the game to having an open relationship.
See.
So you never know. I know you do, you know, stuff with the bulldogs.
Yeah, I breed bulldogs. Predikt money back bulldogs. So if you ever
is it just bulldogs or do you do like bullies too?
No, I stick to the English bulldogs, bro, because I know
I always wanted one of those.
Oh man, tell him about Jalisco, fucking ex.
That motherfucker's big though.
He's a monster, bro.
I just got into that game, but I'm in the bullies. So I got
so
2
you could actually get a bulldog and breed it with the bully. You know that, right?
Nah, I didn't know that.
They ended up breeding.
See, look, I learned something.
They ended up breeding a bulldog with like a small pocket pit bull. And then the bully starts coming out, and then they'll mix a a bulldog with a bully, and then the exotic ones come out with the wider shoulders. Man, it's fucking. Let's just keep on experimenting till now they have the fluffy Frenchies, like fluffy Frenchies.
That's crazy.
Hey, homie, those are like $30,000 dogs.
Or a blue poodle. They have those too, blue poodles.
Mm-hmm. So I don't know, man. I just got into the bulldog business. But now I trip out that there's there's strippers that want to have a kennel themselves. Like, bitch, just stick to dancing. Let the breeding out to us. You know, like you girls want to do everything the men want to do, man. Portense Biennn with that shit, homie. You know, it's not that easy, bro, trying to have your own kennel of dogs. And if you want to start breeding and really taking it serious, you better learn how to jack off your dog.
You know? Because... Well, I mean, you know, they have people who do that. You take them, you know what I mean?
Fuck that. Do it yourself, homie. That's the way you know it's done right, you know? And that's the only way you're going to learn it, in the kitchen, homie. And once you know how to do it, you could charge people, bring me your dogs, homie. I'll do the work for you. It ain't shit.
I know people who do the artificial insemination on their females.
Yeah, how much they charge?
Like $1,500.
Okay, there you go. You hear that shit, dog? Just a service, homie. So when I say $500, I'm showing love.
Yeah, big love.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't shit, dog. Sometimes I gotta do it to my dog because I have another bitch. And when she leaves in heat, this motherfucker's just rubbing his fucking balls on the carpet like that. And I'm like, man, you probably rubbing one out, dog. But let's go. Put on the latex glove. Go rub one out on him. And, calmado. He goes to sleep. He ain't no maniaco no more, dog. Pues, bulldogs are special dogs. They can't hump each other, like they can't do it naturally. So it's bad for the boy than the girl. So at least if you do help them out, we could make some puppies out of this motherfucker. We gotta do it with the hand and the fingers. So
that's what a lot of people.
You know, it's a lot of hard work, dog. Especially like the first week, you have to feed them once every hour. And if you got like 8 of those little motherfuckers, dog, you ain't going nowhere for like at least the first 7 days. You start having bags under your eyes. I lost my last bulldog, the one that I was going to keep, because I fell asleep on the 5th day, dog. I was like, 15 minutes. Oh, fuck. I slept like 2 hours. So when I woke up, my female, she was sitting on the dog. Because she's all fucked up too, because you're giving her medicine for 5 days. So she's all fucked up, you know, and she's right there just feeding the pups. So I lost that one. That was gonna be my keeper. But you know, always better don't post up your dogs till they're at least 3 months, because when they see them, somebody's gonna wish bad up on your shit, man. And I'm a high believer about all that shit, you know? Like haters, can you just say, fuck, I'm happy for him? What if I wasn't your friend? Would you be happy for me? You know, you're happy for other people you see on TV.
Yeah, they would be. If you were somebody famous or something, they'd be real happy for you.
Real happy for you. But us is what makes us different? Nothing, bro. Because I met a lot of those people that come out on TV, and they're some of the fakest people you could ever fucking meet, you know?
Yeah.
You know, you're not going to be famous forever, homie. I've seen a lot of you Hollywood people come homeless.
Right back down to earth.
Right back to earth, dog. Walking down Hollywood Boulevard, sweeping the motherfucking stars, bro. And what happened?
They weren't humble.
You know, thank you. And they spend all their fucking money.
Yep. Well, that comes with not being humble.
And it's true. That's what I've always learned. Stay humble, respect everybody. And that's why I say a lot of homies, solid camaradas in the San Fernando Valle, they show me a lot of love and respect, dog, you know, because I've always been respectfully no matter what neighborhood you from, dog.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that goes a very long way.
Yeah, hell yeah.
You know? If I just want to introduce you, just as my name,
that's why I tell our homies, why, if it's not your enemy, why you tripping on them? Because when you go to jail, which is what everybody right now out here in the streets is representing, all this movement, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, something that they've probably never even been to jail, and they never even.
Yep, and when they go over there, the nuts get small.
So what I'm saying is, when you go in there, you get along with all the homies. Those homies are going to save your life. So why you hate on homies out here?
Facts. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we're just dropping some wisdom, some knowledge on the next generation coming up after us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
You know, because if we don't show them the ropes, then who knows what kind of funny rappers we're going to have later down the line, homie.
Yeah.
You know, our generations are dying now.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people, when it comes to my rap, like I said, a lot of homies, because I say nigga a lot of my raps, you know what I mean, and they don't agree with that. But like I said, in the last podcast I did, I seen a lot of the comments. A lot of people were saying, oh, if you're not black, you shouldn't say nigga. But I just said that I'm mixed with black.
Yeah, exactly.
So they weren't even listening to what I said. You know what I mean?
So, because Portense Biennn, homie, before listen to the words right, and then voice your opinion.
I grew up around my black family. You know what I mean?
You know, so, and you got black in you, so what's the problem?
Another thing is, a lot of homies say, okay, don't say it right. But now let me ask you this. If a homie in a song says ninja, right?
Yeah.
Which there's a major Raza artist right now who has a song with Stupid Young, and he says ninja. Now, what is the meaning of that word?
I mean, like in Asian or Korean.
I mean, yeah,
like that's my nigga, but that's my ninja.
But what are you trying to say?
See.
Yeah, but what are you trying to say?
What
are you trying to say?
The
my
what?
ninja. Would I be fair in saying, all right, if you're not Asian, you shouldn't say my ninja?
Yeah.
But we all know what you meant by saying that. You didn't want to say nigga, so you said ninja. Which is the same thing. You might as well have just said it. Because everybody knows what you meant anyway. Because another
race will look at us and be like, fuck that man says. Like
do you go to jail and say, hey, what's up, ninja? No, nobody in jail says that.
Nah, man, you better start learning the reglas.
So why would you put it in your song and then hate on a homie who says nigga? We all know what you meant by saying my ninja.
Facts.
It's the same thing, homie. You might as well have just said it, because you
might as well, right?
In my eyes,
you
we all
want us
know
to
what
steer
you
the
meant.
pot, huh?
And I mean, I don't know. That's just me. I'm myself, so a lot of homies
continue being yourself, bro.
Hopefully, after they start hearing these interviews and they see like, oh, okay, we see his background, we see how he came up. Now we understand, and hopefully, you know what I mean, they'll start fucking with my music.
Just happened. This episode just happened organically. I just reached out to you humbly, like, what's cracking, homie?
Yeah, like I said, we had a good.
See, and I was like, say less, homie. I'm just trying to help out the homies.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And whatever I can.
But you got a good platform here, you know what I mean? The homies got to come help you out, too, and get your platform out there.
You know what I'm saying?
Come on, start doing the podcast.
Start doing.
You know
now, everybody has a story, so let's hear it, but make sure that you have something positive going with whatever.
Like I said, there's some good homies you can have on here, you know what I mean? The homie Hood Baby Crook, the homie Young Jewel, Doughboy 909, you know what I mean? Switch Blue, I can holler at them for you, you know what I mean?
Let them know, bro. That Portense Biennn is right here, homie. And this right here is like therapy, bro. Like, right here we could just talk and not even talk about no politics. Let's just talk about what's going on, like in your daily life right now. What you do this week. Like, just have a good conversation. And I think that's why I like doing my podcast only once a week.
Yeah.
So people don't get bored of me. They're like, nah, I'm going to wait for that motherfucker at 9:15 p.m. On Sunday night, and I want to see what the fuck is going on. Who is he interviewing now, Because so far, a lot of people have given me positive feedback. And shout out to George Perez Stories, because when I went on his podcast, on his very first podcast, he told me, he's like, Predikt, you need your own podcast. I was like, for reals? And he's like, serio. Like, and he's like,
well, you know a lot of homies.
Yeah, I do. And my name is clean. I don't know a dollar out there, So that's what's good, dog. I know a lot of homies, and I'm happy to even see, hopefully, to be 43 years old,
Hell yeah.
I'm blessed because a lot of them are gone.
We never thought that when we were younger.
Man, I thought I was like, probably the longest is going to be like maybe 25.
Right.
I hit 30, 35.
Man, 30 was old.
30,
that's old. He's 30.
Yeah. But it's dope, man. Like, I like seeing the new generation of rappers because you could see it evolving.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I like try to take out the word Chicano rap already and call it hip hop or Mexican hip hop, homie, or
not
or
even
something.
That. Why does it got to be any label on it? Just it's your music.
It's music.
It's your music. You know
it's
what I mean? Whatever it be, R&B, hip hop, whatever it is.
See.
You know what I mean? When the homies start labeling Chicano rap this and that, well, you just put yourself in a box. I'm not putting myself in a box. I'll do a song with Justin Bieber tomorrow. You know what I mean? Justin Timberlake. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You're already
Taylor
looking
Swift.
at the bigger picture, homie.
You know what I mean? I want a Grammy. And there's some homies in the game who have the same mentality as me, who are good-ass little homies, you know what I mean? Younger homies. The homie Richie Making Moolah from Florence, the homie Baby Bounce from Gardena. You know what I mean?
Yo,
he's good.
Shout out to
you
the
know
face
I mean?
of LA.
Yeah, good homies. You know what I mean? The homie Sunny Smooth. You know what I mean? Like I said, there's a lot of good homies. Danny B out of East LA, he a hot ass producer. You know what I mean? There's a lot of good homies.
Fucking LA has got some motherfucking talent, homie, and we need to stop fucking around, homie, and start getting together and start connecting those chains, homie, because we're like ticking time bombs. Our time is now, and people are forgetting about that, and like we gotta grab that bull by the horns and like. Vámonos recio, dog. That's the way I see it. You know? Because if we do that, I guarantee you we're unstoppable, man.
Yeah,
it's our time. It's our time, bro. And if we don't let people know that shit, it's like...
Everybody's got to stop being on this racist time and just worry about your lane. Because I tell people that racism does not exist in LA, and I'll say it over and over again on every podcast I come on. You know what I mean? If you're in the county jail and a black homie comes in, he's gonna eat with you. He's gonna sit with you. He's gonna play cards with you. If a Mexican Crip or a Mexican Blood comes in there, he's gonna play cards with the blacks. He's gonna eat with the blacks. So LA is not racist. LA is on gang time. If your hood goes at it with a Blood or Crip hood, then yeah, you guys are, you know what I mean, gonna go against Bloods or Crips.
Cause I have some Crip homies, some Blood homies, and like I said, bro, like I see you. I don't even see you as a Blood. I don't see you as a Crip. I know you by your name. I see you as a man. I see you as my homie. Like we met at work or whatever, and like, or we met in the streets and we got locked up. And
too many homies are getting lost in this bullshit politic. It's not even politics, so I don't even want to call it that. Right. But this whole rhetoric in LA right now, that everyone's trying to put blacks and Mexicans against each other.
Against each other.
But it's not that.
It's not that.
It's not even that at all. You know what I mean?
I have a lot of black homies saying, you know what, I'm gonna end up having a black homie up in here just to show people that we could work together, homie. You know what I mean? Know, and my podcast is not even talking about politics or nothing. I like talking about normal conversations.
My cousin Mando out of Watts, out of 7th Street Watts, man, that boy right there, man.
Shout out to Trouble from Little Watts.
That Mando, he for real, he like that. He a lot like me, but nobody would ever look at him and be like, he's straight Mexican. But you know what I mean? That boy black. You know what I mean? He was raised by all black family, everything. You know what I mean? He was adopted, everything. You know what I mean? And he really like he's a legend out of Watts. You know what I mean? And for real, like that's how LA is. It just matters where you grew up, what block you grew up on.
What block you grew up.
If you grew up on that block, that's what you are.
That's what you are, homie.
It don't matter if you white, yellow,
serio.
Hindu, I don't care what you are. That's what the fuck you are.
Yeah, if you live in Koreatown and you're Mexican, I live in Koreatown. I gotta start learning their Korean language.
I mean, if that's who you're running with, you know what I mean?
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna have to learn something if Koreans are your neighbors. You know, because I know a lot of Korean homies, and they know they're Spanish, bro, like talking like an accent. Yeah. And I'm like, fuck.
That's why I say it just matters where you grew up with. Who are your homies?
Yeah, who are your homies?
You could be blacker than the night, and you grew up around all white boy skaters. You're gonna be a straight white boy. What's up, bro?
Skater.
You know what I mean? Like, go to Venice. You're gonna see fucking every kind of different kind of person you could imagine in Venice.
It's facts.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just.
You remember that guy that used to jump on top of the glass in Venice? Yeah. He'll break all kinds of bottles on the floor, and he'll just jump on it. I'm like, damn, bro, you're not gonna get your feet cut, but. He was there for a long time, homie. A long time. He used to get on top of a chair, break all kinds of bottles, beers, whatever, and then he'd just jump on it. I'm like, bro, you're not gonna cut yourself. I think he has so much calluses on the bottom that
those people, a lot of those people walk on glass. They have the callus on the bottom, so it doesn't even.
That's crazy, but that's what he would do to earn money.
Yeah, LA's a melting pot, man. A lot of people don't realize that.
Man, they try to go to sleep on us, thinking that other cities are popping harder than us. But like when they come in LA, it's
man,
like,
you know what? I tell every state has their popping culture city. You know what I mean? And I love to travel, get around, you know what I mean, and experience different things. But LA is definitely the land where people come to chase their dreams, man.
Yeah, when I travel out of town and I pull up to a city, they look at me like this guy ain't from around here. This guy, he's probably from California.
Yeah, definitely.
And then they're like, the way you talk and everything, you're a real essay. I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
no shit.
See, with me, a lot of people think I'm from like Texas. You know what I mean?
See.
They'll think I'm from a lot of different places.
Yeah, nah, hell no. Me right away, even the fucking cameras at the airport already zooming in. Bam, you know,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
and
yeah.
and then you go over, and the majority population is black people, you know, like, and you like, you're really standing out. Like,
Yeah,
who the hell is this guy? Where'd he come from?
Yeah.
We're not all tatted all like that out here. So to me, it's like, what are you fucking like judging me for, bro? I'm walking through the airport. I
Yeah,
could already
yeah.
read your mind, you know? Portense Biennn, homie. Like, you know, I was over there in Atlanta. I flew out there with Conejo, and he did a show out there. And we were coming back to jump on the plane. They're very strict on using foul language. Like, they don't like to hear like fuck shit. Like they're in the airport, they're like, hey man, you gotta be more
Yeah,
respectful.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
like that southern flavor stuff, you know,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
don't be disrespectful, you know,
Yeah.
don't because you know all this
Be
and
polite.
that. Yeah, be polite. And I was like, I dig that. You know, like still having those old school morals, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
Southern hospitality.
Southern
That's
hospitality,
what it's
there
called.
you
Yeah.
go, you know, and like I
Yep.
said, if you could respect that and they're coming at you correctly, so I don't know. What do you think, man? That's good, X?
Of course, that's good.
See.
Yeah, I
You
think
know?
if somebody comes at you respectfully and asks you to do something, then there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? What's wrong with it? You know what I mean? You're in their house. You know what I mean? And that's how they do things. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Now, if they were in LA asking you, hey, can you not? Hey, man, this is LA. This is how people talk down here. You know what I mean?
Right. You know, and it's crazy, man. But they do have some nice ass houses in Atlanta for the low
Oh
mansion
yeah.
type of houses, homie. That you like, I move out here, and as long as you stick to yourself, you have a big ass, huge pad. In the back, there's like a forest, you know?
Yeah. No, hell yeah. It's like that in Texas too.
Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah. A lot of them southern states.
Have your own property. Yeah, man. It's like, because in California, man, even gas. You go to Vegas, gas is $3.50.
Yeah, it's
Right here
getting
is
crazy.
$5.
Yeah, it's getting crazy.
It's getting crazy, man.
And then it's like all the spots cost all this money to live there, and then it's like all these people running around robbing people and shit.
Right, man. That shit is crazy, bro. You know? But it's hard times, man, and they're only going to get harder before
People are
they
gonna
get
stop
better.
coming to LA. With all that's going on in the news, people are gonna stop traveling.
I heard there was a lot of people that were coming in from the south, like from the southern states. You know, since they lost all the shit to hurricanes and all that stuff, that they were coming out to LA, and they would scope out people at the clubs and follow them home and take their fucking chains and everything. And when they would arrest these people, they were like from southern states.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I was like, wow. I be watching a lot of news, dog. So I'm like, what happened? What happened?
Shit, yeah,
so they will come out here to the Hollywood Hills and see people that had all that shit going, follow them around and go get them and take them for their shit. And I was like, man, Portense Biennn, bro.
That's crazy.
You know, and they have a different mentality than us in California. They're hungry right now, you know. So they'll take, let's get it. You know, can't hate on them for that, but it's like, you know, if you're wearing something, you know, somebody might be after that chain, especially if it's a nice thick one.
Yeah, hell yeah.
You know, like, okay, we know we're looking at least 20 racks if it's real.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
If it's real, they'll hit
it. If it's real, probably 30
real.
more.
See.
Yeah.
You know? But hell yeah, man, that's just fucking crazy, man. I want to thank you for coming out here, my G.
Yeah.
And is there anybody out there that you want to give a shout out to or tell them where to find you at?
You guys can look me up on Instagram at Rick the Savage God, RICKTHA Savage God, Rick the Savage God. Go follow me on YouTube at Savage God TV. As far as shout outs, shout out the entire Juice City, Tev Third, Cammy Johnson, LBC, L Group PR, Shot De Niro, twice the manager. I mean, there's a lot of people I gotta shoot out, you know what I mean? For real, but it's a long list, man. You know what I mean?
They know who they are.
So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up, and y'all know what it is, man. Go follow me, go fuck with me, you know what I mean? Y'all know what it is, man. Mafia.
Yeah, you know, fucking follow my shit, Predikt Money Bag Bulldogs or Portense Biennn on Instagram and the YouTube channels called Portense Biennn. Go ahead, hit the subscribe button, homie, and just keep up with the stories, man. Some humble shit going on right here. We're trying to change up the podcast game with no hating involved.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We out.